Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? My name is Tony Rosano, and this is another episode of the world famous, the University of Love, the best podcast in 1, 2, 3 galaxies. But, ladies and gentlemen, you and I, we just call this show Online Marketing Moves. We are coming to you live today. Today is Thursday, August the 3rd, I believe, 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Went on a little vacation. Me, my wife, little baby, my little 2-year-old baby. We all went to New Jersey to see my brother-in-law, sister-in-law, and my lovely nephew. We all had a nice time. We had a very nice time in New Jersey. Who would have thought? A long time ago, when I was a young man and thinking of places to go in the United States of America, I never had New Jersey down. I never had New Jersey down on my list. But thanks to my beautiful wife, and I went to New Jersey a few times, and I must say I do enjoy going up there. And this time we went to the Jersey Shore, and I must say it was a very pleasant experience along the Jersey Shore. I see why people like to go there. I see why people like to visit. One thing about New Jersey that I enjoy, they have good food. You never are shortchanged on a meal. Places I like to go, and me and my wife like to go, that has good food. We like to go to Savannah. They have good food. We like to go to Charleston, South Carolina. They have good food. And whenever we go to New Jersey, we always enjoy good food. But my wife, being a top-notch chef and a food connoisseur, she always finds great places for us to eat. 99% of the time, she picks great restaurants. Every now and then, there's a swing and a miss, but it's not her fault. Sometimes restaurants have bad days, like everybody else. And so, we had a very lovely time. Happy to be back. Happy to be talking to you. And today we're going to talk about something very important, as we always say on this show. Today we are going to talk about content. We are going to talk about when is it too soon to discuss certain things. When is it too soon? Is it lazy? Is it creative? Is it getting ahead of the horse before the cart? And I bring this up because I've seen a few subjects over the last few days, and whenever something happens, in like the newspaper business back in the day when newspapers were the most important thing, they were always breaking stories, But the thing about newspapers and journalists way back then were people actually had to dig into sources. People actually had to make sure that the story was accurate. And now with social media, with blogs and everything else, the rush to judgment is very quick, and the rush to judgment is very swift. Sometimes people swing and miss. It's like, I remember when the Duke lacrosse team was accused of, they was accused of rape, and it was a big story, and people were making a big deal. It was racist, and Duke, and they do this and they do that. They trying to hide them because they're white. Blah 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 blah. And it was a big miss. They canceled the season, and the season got canceled, and it was all for nothing because it was a false story. The story wasn't true, and so you have to be careful. It's the same as there was a young lady in Alabama, and she said that she got kidnapped, a couple weeks ago. Come to find out, she wasn't kidnapped, and she made up the story. And so people, they were making posts and comments, and people were writing stories. Oh man, black women, they get kidnapped, and nobody talks about it. This, that, and the other. But the story turned out to be false, and it's kind of like egg on your face. And today I saw this story about a singer, Lizzo. They was, her dancers apparently have filed a lawsuit, and they want to say that Lizzo has been abusing them mentally, and verbal abusive, and she was mean, and the work environment wasn't good. This, that, and the other. And I was sitting there thinking, I said, there are gonna be people writing stories already. Half are gonna defend Lizzo, and the other half are gonna say we need to cancel Lizzo, and they're gonna write about it, and they're gonna talk about it, and they're gonna make episodes of the podcast, and you know, I got to thinking, is that good content, or is that just kind of, you know, like where should you fall in the line at? Because you want to create content. Don't get me wrong. You want to create content. You want to get yourself out there. Of course, that's the goal. But is it just laziness to do to create that kind of content? Should you be worried about your own content? Should you create things that you know about? Should you create things that you actually care about? Because I thought I said, if I write a story about Lizzo and upload it, it'll get eyeballs. But do I really care about all that? Nah, I don't. So I can't really. I know some people can write about things that they don't care about, but I can't write about this because I don't care either way. It's like you hope that the people they get it all worked out, and of course, I don't understand. I'm from a different time. So work conditions, bad work conditions. I've been dealing with that, since I started working. So I don't understand what people mean when they say toxic work environment. I don't get all that. I don't understand that, but it's not my place to understand. I know it's a new time, it's a new era, it's a new day. People are more sensitive. People are more whatever. You can't yell at people. You can't subject people to different things and all that jazz. But why should there's no point in writing a story that hasn't been fleshed out. There's no point in creating content that eventually you're gonna have to walk back. And it's like, yeah, it'll get you views, it'll get you clicks for the moment, but at the end of the day, when you're marketing yourself, when you want to put yourself into the world, when it comes to videos, when it comes to writing, you want to write things that you that can be that can go on. Yeah, it's cool to write a story that, hey, this happened today, but that'll get you some views, that'll get you a few views, but it's not sustainable because next month there'll be a new story, and this Lizzo story be old news. And so that article is not going to get read a lot. That video is not going to it'll get looked at now, but it won't get looked at 2 or 3 years from now. So you want to be mindful of that, and you don't always want to rely on topics of the day, because topics of the day are just like that, topics of the day. You want to create content. You want to create content that people will come back to over and over and over again. There will be more people that will watch a video about let's say I just had a light fixture go out in my house, and there will be more people that watch that video over time that you create to say, hey, let me show you how to fix a light fixture, because that's something that people will go to YouTube for. I know I've done that. I've gone to YouTube to look at repairs, and I'm like, okay, how do I do this? How do I do that? And there will be more people that eventually watch that video than they watch a video about, hey, a singer abused a dancer. Allegedly. It's hot right now, but it's not gonna last forever. And so you want to get to the point where, yes, you do want to do stuff that, okay, this is hot right now, let me jump on this and write about it or talk about it. and go. But you don't want that to be your thing all the time, because then you're always looking. Then you are always scouring for ideas, for topics, things of that nature, you know? So you want to be able to find stuff that you could talk about that will last for a very long time. And at the same time, you throw in a few things that are hot right now, but don't make that your everyday priority. Don't make that the world that you're around, because then you're like an entertainment reporter. Because people that are in the entertainment space, people that, work at TMZ, or, if you want to be another Perez Hilton or something like that, yeah, that's fine for that kind of thing. But most of us do not want to be in the entertainment business. I personally do not watch a lot of TV, nor do I care about actors and actresses, and who are they dating, what are they eating, this, that, and the other. That does not drive me anywhere. Uh, and the word and fame is so diluted now. So you'd be all day looking for, fishing for, this person from 90 Day Fiance. As I talked about this before, I watched 90 Day Fiance with my wife. You will be talking about people from 90 Day Fiance or Housewives of Atlanta, and you'll be doing a lot of fishing all day, every day, to try to keep up, keep up. Current events are something that is hard to keep up with every day. But if you go back to something tried and true, like motivation, or step by step things, or like how to build a birdhouse, or just things like that, just putting things out there like that, politics, because you can always go back in time and talk about how John Kennedy did this or this one and that one, stuff that can last. You want to make sure that you're talking about things that last, not things that are just hot for right now. So keep that in mind, be mindful of that. Whether you're writing, creating podcasts, audio, video, whatever. Just remember, the hot topic of the day is just that, hot for the moment. And this time, and this day and time that we live in, topics go by even quicker now. So if you're not on that every day, then every minute it seems like the story be hot today. It'll be cold by the afternoon. Unless something. The last time that I remember something that lasted like a few days, I remember Michael Jackson died. That was a big deal because he's Michael Jackson. Prince died, something like that. That's a big deal. But most of the things that are a topic that is you know hot, it don't last long. Like, okay, let's say if you go city to city and discuss Beyonce, that's gonna be hot until she ends a concert. So you have like 3 or 4 or 5 months, however long that tour is gonna last. Things like that. Okay, that can last a little bit. That'll last until the end of the tour. Then by the end of the tour, it ain't hot no more. So you want to make sure you're talking about stuff that is sustainable, stuff that will last, stuff that people will come back to over and over again. Because at the end of the day, you're creating content. Everybody creates content, but will your content stand the test of time? And you want to be able to have people come back, come back, come back, come back, come back. That's the whole point. You want to be able to, take a week off. People still find your content. People still enjoy your content. You want your content to say, hey, it's not like a TV. You buy a TV today, 6 months from now, TV's outdated. You want to be the person who creates the content in 2021 and it's still good in 2024, 2034, 2044. You get my drift. So, ladies and gentlemen, be mindful of that. Do not always go for the hottest subject of the moment, because that is good sometimes, but it's not the best way to create content. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, that is it. We will be back tomorrow with all new episode of Online Marketing Moves. But until then, my name is Tony Rosano. Thank you for listening. And as always, everybody, God bless and peace.